My grandparents, they danced. My great-grandfather danced, my great-great-grandfather danced, my great-grandfather danced, my grandfather danced, my dad danced, and I danced.
I was brought up in my style of dance, which is our Osage traditional dance at the age of 4. I went in our tribal ceremonials when I was a really young kid, and it's not just one time a year. You live it all year long. You, in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day person, you live it, you breathe it. It's a living thing. It's an overwhelming spiritual power that takes over, and it's just, your senses are heightened. You feel like you're 10-foot tall, bulletproof. I mean, you're just in some other realm. It's an amazing feeling.
My involvement in the oil and gas industry in Osage has been a critical part of my career. I've been very fortunate to be successful, and I feel that success, there has to be some payback to the Osage.
As the founding director of Wajaji Ballet, my initial goal was to get a video of the ballet, which talks about the history of our people, and get a video and take it out to kids and tribes around the country.
Randy Smith, who was the director of the ballet, approached me and my partners for donations. We fortunately were able to provide funding, and in 2011 the ballet started.
It was so well received that we were invited to the National Museum of the American Indian, the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
Because what the ballet does, it tells the story of the Osage people, of how they changed their lifestyle from the old ways to the new modern. They were being Americanized, is the way that I put it.
It's a very poignant story, and it's well told in the ballet.
There's a history of ballet in Osage County because in the early 1900s there were 5 famous Indian ballerinas, and 2 were Osage, Maria and Marjorie Tall Chief. Maria and Marjorie Tall Chief danced all over Europe, and Maria ended up coming to New York and was a founding dancer in what is now the New York City Ballet.
Ballet is part of the Osage through the Tall Chief sisters.
Going from just the ballet to continuing this process, Randy and her members of her ballet troupe wanted to start something more permanent.
I saw a need to start raising up Osage ballerinas to put into our ballet. But what happened was the kids in our rural area got really interested in ballet again, and we decided to open a school here.
The success of the Osage Ballet has given birth to the Osage Dance Makers Academy.
When we opened our school, we opened it to everybody, no matter what culture they're from. So we have kids from many different tribes and non-Indians as well.
I discovered I could take a ballet class in Pawhuska when my brother's mother offered me an application to sign up for the Osage Dance Maker Academy here in Pawhuska. And I filled it out and I started going back in November.
Hi, my name is Faith and I'm a member of the Dance Maker Academy. I started dancing when my mom turned to me one day when she picked me up from school and said, "Faith, do you want to be in the ballet?"
I started ballet 1 month ago.
I thought it was so cool and I was like, wow, I'm gonna be a ballerina.
From the get-go, my mother and I decided that the door to our studio would be open for any child who wanted to come and dance.
Okay, hands up who was scared when they did their first class.
And my first class was a little nervous because I was the oldest one in the class, so I figured, okay, it's just gonna be a bunch of little kids. But after a couple classes, I really started to love to get to go, and it's been a really cool experience for me.
I was scared because I saw some different people I didn't know, and I kind of failed a little bit.
I was scared because I was just the second girl in there, so there was no one really in there, and so I couldn't really remember stuff.
Some of our kids come from challenging home lives, so it's become a part of our mission at the Academy to make it a safe place and a sanctuary for them to come and get away from rough times at home or at school, and just to feel safe.
I'm like any other girl who walks through that door. I was scared and nervous and thinking, okay, I can't do this, I'm not going to be good at it, but after a couple classes I got my confidence up and I said, hey, I can do this. I can start dancing, I'm going to be good at this.
When I just started dancing and stuff, it just took my mind off of it, and it just helped me stay on dancing and not worry about that stuff. Yeah, and now I just look forward to being one of those big and tall ballerinas, and I want to be famous, and I want to keep my career that I have.
I plan to continue dancing all through high school and try to dance in college.
Dance to me makes me feel special.
The young dancers that are here studying today are the next generation, the next group that's going to move on after the Tall Chief sisters. Maria and Marjorie left here and went on with their tremendous careers that they both had. I'm here to say there's going to be more coming, and I think that the dreams and the planning for the future here is going to be tremendous, and it's very, very important to get the support they need to make all these dreams happen.
My continued support for the Osage Dance Makers Academy is a means for me to give back to the Osage.
If I could not go to class anymore, I would be mad and sad.
If I could not go to the academy anymore, I would be really heartbroken because I wouldn't be able to dance anymore.
If I cannot go to the academy anymore, I would be really, really sad, and I would be crying a lot.
The positive effects of dance and exposure to new environments have changed the lives of these kids and will continue to have an effect on them for their entire life.
I feel like I'm the standard bearer or the keeper of the flame for the vision and dreams that they all have.
The Arts Saves Lives Foundation in St. Martin in the Caribbean has invited some of our children from the Osage Dance Makers Academy to attend dance workshops in the Caribbean.
And for that reason, I'm here today to ask you to support Osage Dance Maker Academy in their fundraising efforts.
I'm going to work hard, I'm going to prepare myself, and if I'm chosen, I'm going to be dancing in the Caribbean.
Now, we intend to exercise this invitation this year in June, and we need funding to support it.
I'm going to be the first Osage dancer to ever travel in the Caribbean to dance.
We're going to work very hard so we can go to St. Martin.
Meet our kids and see life and dance in action.